Welcome from London. We are here with Huawei. We have the P9 Plus, which you can see right here in my hand. It's a beautiful smartphone and it's a little bit bigger than regular P9, which we will compare in a separate video for you guys in just another video. So you can see here that we have, as I said, a 5.5-inch device, which is not only a little bit bigger, but it has a few extra features also, like for example, press touch. So you have this kind of 3D touch, like you know from Apple already since the 6S series. And what we also have here is, as I said, just a bigger screen, but not a high resolution. We still have only Full HD, which is still enough, if you ask me. Otherwise, also a front 8-megapixel camera, which is the same as on the P9, and the Plus is also the same cameras in the back, and it's available in 6 different colors, which you can see that, for example, here's silver with black combined. It's also available with other colors like gold and rose gold and a lot others also. So the black one would be, for example, also completely black from the front, the gold one also completely gold, but let's just stick here with the white one. I like this one to film. So if we unlock it, you can already feel it's quite fast, since we have here 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of internal ROM for €699 or 750 euros, depending on which markets you will look at. So that's quite an expensive phone, but I will tell you in a second why. We have dual SIM here with a micro SD also, so you have 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 micro SD. On the bottom it's a micro USB Type-C connector, so it doesn't matter which way you plug it in, but it will be USB 2.0 only. So that's the same actually as with the regular P9, and also the headset microphone are on the bottom and the speaker, but the speaker has actually dual tune in the P9 Plus, which the P9 doesn't have, so you have sound coming out here on the bottom and here on the front, also when you listen to music, which is quite nice. And on the top also the difference is that we have infrared here with the microphone right next to it. The regular P9 doesn't have infrared on the top, and then again the on and off switch and the volume rocker, which stick out a little bit, and you can definitely see here that the red button is also quite nice looking here on the P9 Plus. And so what else? Obviously, let's check out a little bit the software and the hardware. On the back we have a fingerprint reader of a newer generation with a 4th grade fingerprint security built in. Then we have dual camera, 12 megapixel, one with color, one with monochrome color, so black and white is quite nice here. Then we have dual LED, and I think this is some kind of laser sensor for the focus. And then, as I said, a Leica technology here for the lenses, so that will be quite brilliant. On the front we have an aperture of 1.9, which is quite nice, since in low light then you can also shoot nice pictures even without the flash, since on the front there is no flash. And you can see when we go here back to the front camera, for example, I can shoot now in beauty mode my horrible hair that you can see right now. We can also zoom in obviously a little bit, and because of the 8 megapixels you can really see a lot of details here happening on this smartphone, which is coming out mid-June, as I said, for about 750 bucks. So if we go back, why do you need 2 cameras? I will tell you in a second. It's quite easy. You can change, for example, the sharpness of objects in the foreground and background afterwards, and also play a lot with the aperture. So for example, you can see it here that only the spots which I touch will be sharp, and I can, as I said here, completely also change a lot of settings in the Pro mode, which you could also enable or disable here quite easily. But yeah, this is just quite a little bit fun to play around with the camera, which we'll do in a few days when we get a device for testing. So with the P9 and the P9 Plus we will do a lot of shooting and testing, since it's quite interesting what you could do with the dual camera, with the monochrome and the color sensor here, which is available on this phone. So if you compare it, for example, to the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, which has the same display size with 5.5 inches, a little bit higher display resolution, you can see here that the S7 Edge is a little bit smaller in terms of height, but in terms of thickness it's thicker, since we have a little bit more battery, not 3400 but 3600 milliamps. It has a wireless charging built in the Samsung, and also 12 megapixel camera on the back, but with a little bit different technology when it comes to the sensor. So we'll see which one will be better in next days when we will compare them. Otherwise, as I said here, we have a 3D touch here built in, coming out mid-June or mid-May, the Huawei P9 Plus, and there's not much else to say except for it's a beautiful smartphone, looking quite nice here, thin, light, and probably good battery life with the big battery that's built in here, 400 milliamps more than with the regular P9 and the bigger screen, but yeah, just looking nice, and yeah, I just kind of like it, and I hope the battery will be great in the camera also in long term, and we will get one in the next few days for testing. How much are you tuning in? Don't don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs. This was a Huawei P9 Plus in a short hands-on video here from London.